The only unique parts we haven't made for the scissor lift are the orange legs here and also the platform, both of which are pretty easy to make. And let's do that now. So we'll go back to our file here, and in the same part studio I'm going to make them in here, just off in space. So I'm going to right click on the top of the base and choose offset plane, and I'm just going to make a plane out here away from everything and put a sketch on it here and make my legs here and also the platform somewhere. So how can we do that? Well, let's see. You could make this in a separate part studio, and that might be clearer, but I just want to try to make it in this part studio just for just to illustrate how you might do that. Okay, so let's go back to the end, and here's our plane up in space. I'm going to make a 2-point rectangle here, and this is that distance there. The width of it is 0.4, and the length is 7.875, 7 7/8. So there it is, and we'll accept that, and then we will extrude, also 0.4, and it's a new part, so there it is. Now if we turn on everything like so, you can see we've got this part just out here in space somewhere, and yeah, it's discretion. I guess you could make it a new part studio. I'm going to rename it to leg, and I'm going to give it a different color. I'm not going to rename it. I already did that. I'm going to give it a different color. So edit the appearance. Let's make it sort of this color, just to keep it separate. And I can press P and P again. So let's go ahead and put those holes that are on there. So if you come back here, you can see there are 3 holes that are along the central axis of the leg. So let's place those. So we'll put the sketch right here, press N. And this time I think I will make holes rather than extrude circles. So let's take the line tool, press Q for construction, find the center there, come along here, and so that's a construction line along the center, and we're going to have 3 holes. So let me put the first one right there, the second one about right there, and the third one about right there. And I want to dimension that, so I'm going to have the distance of that hole is 3/16, and the distance of this hole from that edge is going to be 3.125, 3 1/8, and the distance of this hole from the edge is going to be 7 5/8. So what is that? 7.625, 7 5/8. There we go. I think that's okay. And if we accept that, we give that. Now we can use the hole tool, and I can hit each of these, and I can tell I want a simple through hole, and I do want that distance to be 3/16, which is what they already have right there. So I'll accept that, and there's my leg. Okay, now I can turn on that sketch, that plane again here, and I can put another sketch. Well, I guess I could just edit the sketch plane. Let's undo that. So let's see, so that's sketch plane. Oh, that's right, it's sketch 9. So I can put sketch 9 right there, and I can press N. I'm making the platform here. All right, this could be a little confusing, trying to put everything into one part studio. So, well, I'm going to stick with it. So I'm going to do another offset plane here and put it a little higher. Oh, now let's do this. Let's not do that. Let's put an offset plane. No, I want it to be horizontal. Okay, so let's see. Okay, stick with it. Offset plane, and we will put it up here. Great. Accept, and I'm going to put a sketch right there, and you can see I'm way out in space here, so really I would turn these off. So it's almost more work to turn this stuff off so you don't get confused on what's there. but I'm going to stick with it and put everything in here. So this is going to be a very simple um, platform, and the platform is just a rectangle, and its dimensions are 9.5 by 3.5, 9.5 by 3.5, 3.5, and we'll accept that, and then we will extrude. I think it's just 1/8, right? Yeah, 0.125. So new, and it's up there, and let's rename that to the platform. And let's turn everything back on. Let's see, is there a way to turn them all on? So show all parts. There we go. Okay, so so I've got all the parts in One Part Studio, even the ones that aren't really connected directly to the initial group of new parts. So they're kind of all organized there. I am going to change the color of the platform. Edit appearance and make it this color, like a white. And I think we have all the unique parts. We can begin to build the assembly in the next video. Thanks for watching.